Good evening, Niner fans. How are we feeling? 49ers training camp, was it day 4, 5, something like that? And the second day in pads, it was a good one. It was the longest practice of the entire week so far. They've had, several practices here, and today was by far and away the longest one. And it's kind of the tone. First day in pads yesterday. Try to get the juice is flowing. You don't want to get anybody hurt, and then after that, you start ramping up. And today, they really ramped up. Like yesterday, practice ended at 11:45 a.m. ish. Today, it went all the way to like 12:15. They were running extra drills. They did one-on-ones today. So good stuff, man. And we'll talk all about it. How we doing, Niner fans? Debtopia, Flood, Cosmo, AJ Howard, what's good? Joe Rivera, how is everybody doing today? Very, very long practice. And, whatever questions you have, we'll take care of them and we'll go through observations. Again, today was one-on-ones. It's my favorite period because you get to really see wide receiver versus corner, linebacker, running back, etc., tight end, and then you get to see the D line, O line, and so much going on, and it makes it even more um, fun for the fans. And not only that, you get to really see how these players are against another opponent, one-on-one, mano y mano with the pads on. So you get a little bit more better assessment on certain players, especially the offensive defensive line. So good to see it today. Let's go right into it. I'll tell you what. There's a couple people that stood out to me off the bat on one-on-ones, and they carried it over into um, the team drill period. So Cody Schrader, I tweeted about this guy. Cody Schrader, man, he won like every rep. He was just so dominant. He comes out. He's usually one of the first players out in practice. Always a good thing, right? Came out, you could just see he hits his drills with like so much intensity. The guy is just a very hard worker. After that, one-on-one drills, I mean, he was cooking. He was cooking. He was winning his routes. He was winning his drills. It was nice. And then team drills, man, he ran so freaking hard. He was running so hard. He had so many good little reps here and there. And then Kyle Juszczyk gave him praise. And the presser afterwards, Cody Schrader got a lot of respect from the veteran Kyle Juszczyk. And they have a lot of young running backs, and that's the thing. Isaac Guerrero dealing with the hamstring injury. It's unfortunate for him, but Cody Schrader's really making the most of it. And I saw someone comment earlier, it doesn't matter, he's not going to make the team, this and that. He just might make the team. You never know. And this is the thing. 49ers always do a good job of getting these late round undrafted players, especially at running back. And this guy was the leading rusher in the SEC. He's not a bad player. This guy was really good. I mean, he just flew under the radar for whatever reason. The guy, his tape is good. His skills set was good. He's great in college, and he is fantastic with the Niners so far. I cannot wait to see him in preseason. I think he's going to be one of those preseason warriors that really steps up, and he's going to make a good case. If the 49ers cut him and he continues to play at the level he is, he'll probably get claimed off of waivers. That's how good he is. He probably won't make it to the practice squad. But yeah, he was undrafted. What's up, Darren? Says smash that like button for my boy Raj. Thank you, man. Cosmo, he was not drafted. Flood says DJ Moore, 82.5 million. Give us a baseline. We'll get to that. We'll get to the fight. There's a lot to cover today. It was a very good practice. It was a very long practice. And again, Cody Schrader, one-on-ones dominated. He looked good. A lot of other strong work from Dominic Pooney. He won his reps really good. He had a solid one against, I'm looking at my notes, Jordan Elliott. He had one against Evan Anderson and I think T.Y. McGill. I mean, he looked good. The rookie today, he got a lot of action. He's continuing to grow and develop. I like what I've seen out of Dominic Pooney. Looks he looks like a really solid offensive lineman. And this is a good thing because the 49ers need good young linemen as they haven't had that, with Spencer Burford nursing the broken hand, he needs someone to emerge out of this group, and it looks like Dominic Pooney is that guy. He had a really nice day on the line. And one thing too, I got to give the offensive line some credit. They really stepped up early on. One-on-ones, they pretty much won their overall battles. I mean, it wasn't that they won every single one, but I feel like the O line pretty much won one-on-ones today. And then going into the first period of team drills, they carried it over. The offense really got off to a hot start. They were cooking. They were blistering. The run game was good. Jordan Mason ripped off big runs. Elijah Mitchell ripped off big runs. Cody Schrader, as we mentioned, and of course CMC. The O line was really dominant today. This was the best I've seen the O line. And Dominic Pooney was among those guys. I liked what I saw out of him. What else? What else? Let me see. Jalen Moore, he had a good rep against Nick Bosa. He battled with Leonard Floyd. It was a good day for him, which he needed that. He needed that confidence. It doesn't mean because he had a good day at camp that he's going to be a great player. Good day at camp for Jalen Moore. Thank you for playing. You know what? Aaron Banks, Javon Hargrave had a massive battle. Hargrave looked really good on the rep. And one of the things is Javon Hargrave is coming in excellent shape. He looks like it. He looks um, very smooth and fast this year. He looks like he's more agile. Looks in shape this year. He looks like he's in the best shape of his career, which he's mentioned. So let's take a look at some of these comments as we continue to go down. Seth says even if Cody makes a team, it's just gonna be JP Mason all over again. Kyle won't give them any touches. That's true. I mean, that's the thing. Even if Cody Schrader makes the roster, which would be a fantastic thing for him as an undrafted player, it's not like he's going to get a lot of reps, but it's good to have him because injuries happen. You don't want to burn out CMC. Kyle Shanahan has said this, but I'll tell you what, Jordan Mason and Elijah Mitchell have both been really good so far in training camp, and it's a good thing to have because I feel like they're being really careful with Christian McCaffrey. They're not giving him too much days on. They were giving him some days off, which Kyle Juszczyk made a joke today. He says, yesterday was my first veteran day off in 12 years in playing in the NFL. He goes, I had to ask Christian McCaffrey on some pointers on what I should do on the day off. So CMC gets time off because he needs it. He deserves it. I mean, a lot of veterans do, but he needed it, man. He does so much. He's the leading rusher in the league last year. He's the offensive player of the year. So, yeah, CMC definitely nice to have some good depth. Mitchell and JP Mason are looking fantastic. They're really good. So far it's good to see. Rick Diaz, my man says hello, my friend from California. Nice T-shirt. How you been? I'm doing good. Appreciate you. I hope you're doing okay. You're in Chicago over there. Am I watching the Olympics? I'm watching what I can. I'm working. I'm at training camp. I'm trying to see what I can. I saw the women's gymnastics won a gold today. Shout out to them. And then I was actually at a patient's house. She was watching the Olympics while we were doing our session, and I saw a lot of the basketball this week, and that was nice. That was cool. Team USA, unbelievable. Seth says, I love the depth, but Kyle always says he doesn't want to burn out CMC, but that he doesn't take him out until we're up by like 3 scores. That's a true statement, Seth. He contradicts himself with that, right? He goes, I love CMC. We got to keep him fresh. We got to keep fresh. And then meanwhile, in the fourth quarter, you still got CMC running his 20th carry, 21st carry. So Kyle does say that. I think this year, though, he absolutely needs to make sure CMC gets a little bit of rest. We need to save him. We need to save my dog. We need to save my boy, CMC, for the playoffs. So I agree with that. Kyle does do that a lot. Let's see. What else did I notice? Pass rush early on, like I said, it looked good from the offensive line standpoint. They really stood their blocks. There was a couple other things. There's some decent battles between, the D line and the O line. It was good to see them, working on those one on ones. But overall, O line looked like they got the better of those battles. And then also, going back to Pooney, Dominic Pooney, it's looking like he's really. It's been early, but every day he gets better and better. Like first day, I was like, okay, whatever. Second day, I was like, I've seen some improvement. It's like day 4 or 5, and he shows so many signs of being a very productive offensive lineman already. So you could tell he's going to be a solid player for this team. I don't know if he's going to start yet because I don't know how comfortable Kyle Shanahan is with him starting, but it's a really good sign that we have a young offensive lineman that's picking up, everything. And it's a tough system, and you have to really be able to pull. Got to have some speed out there. Kyle likes his linemen to be able to run and pull, and that zone blocking scheme is not easy to deal with. So he's looking like he's developing and hitting those strides fast. So I like to see it. He doesn't. The thing about Pooney is he continue. You can tell he's always learning. He's always trying to get better. He doesn't look like he's uncomfortable out there, and that's what the biggest thing when you see like a younger player, especially offensive line. You don't want him to be like uncomfortable and looking like twice and looking stiff, robotic. Pooney just looks smooth out there. He looks like, okay, I'm picking it up, and then the next play he'll move himself in a different position, move his leg a little bit more, and say, okay, maybe that didn't work. This will work today. So that's what I've seen out of Pooney, and he just looks like he's understanding like the small little things, like the small things is what makes Pooney a solid looking player so far. Again, it's a couple practices in. You're not going to sit there and say he's the greatest player in sliced bread, but you can show you can see little things every day. He's picking it up, and it's like okay, 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 it's good. What's up, Rob in the Bay? Let's see. Debbie says, "Was there drama? A fight? It's training camp. They're going to be tempers flaring. I didn't really see 100% of everything because it was like a little scrum. But yeah, there was a little fight. It was Jared Kingston, rookie offensive lineman, and T.Y. McGill, defensive tackle. They got into a little skirmish. They broke it up pretty quickly. Take a look at my what do I got here? Yeah, I mean, it was a little skirmish, nothing crazy. It was the first fight of training camp. It wasn't like a couple years back. Every year, there's usually a fight, a scrum breaks out, whatever. It wasn't like the craziest fight, but it was nice. Pads are on, intensity's up. Stand your ground, and that's what happened. Jerry Kingston was standing his ground. He didn't like getting punked around by T.Y. McGill. Gave him the once up, and a crowd broke. Kyle broke it up really quick. It wasn't like a nasty fight. I've seen some. Last year there was like crazy fight. The whole Fred Warner, Brandon Ayuk, the drama, the beef. That was wild. It didn't even get to that point. It was like a little scrum broke out. Boom. They broke it up quick, and that it is what it is. But of course, we're sitting there. We got Twitter fingers. We're sitting there in training camp. Oh, we got 5 people. Oh my God, it's a fight. Oh. And of course, when you see it on Twitter, it's so funny because being in training camp all these years, and then I remember when I wasn't going to training camp, and I was sitting there on Twitter and reading the dialogue from the reporters or anybody that's there, and you see it, and you hear it, you see it at face value. You don't understand 100% the context, but when you're there and you tweet it out, then you can only see, or then you can imagine the other side must be like Twitter must be, oh my God, there's a fight. Oh, we need the video. We need the video. Like it wasn't that bad, but of course you're gonna tweet that kind of stuff because you want to let people know what's going on. You're kind of live tweeting the practice. So yeah, I'm tweeting out, oh, there's a fight that breaks loose. But it wasn't like, boom, beat him up. Your mama said this. It wasn't that deep, but fights happen in training camp. But it happened. Definitely happened. I'm going to talk about it because y'all want to hear about it when we tweeted about it. So, um, yeah, anyways, let's get back to today's training camp, right? So it started off really, really good in terms of Brock Purdy. He was throwing some dimes. Like he was dominating. He was like 7 for 7 at one point. I mean, he dropped it in the bucket to Debo. Y'all saw the highlight. He throw the little unscheduled pass, little whoosh to CMC back to back, 60-yarder, 60-yarder. Oh my God, everybody's going crazy. And it was like, oh, Brock, he's cooking, especially after yesterday, right? Throws 3 interceptions. Woo! Oh my God, Brock Purdy. And then he calmed down. He threw 4 interceptions of his last 5 passes. One of them, Jair Brown, it probably would have been a Leonard Floyd sack if this was a real game. It would have been a sack, but he throws it and it, intercepts. He intercepts the ball, Jair Brown. Second one, Demetrius Flanagan foul, interception. That one was kind of like, oh, what happened? So that was a decent, not a decent, but that was a definitely not a ball that Purdy wanted to throw. He probably would like to have it back, is what I would try to say. So, Jair Brown had one, Demetrius Flanagan fouls had one, George Odom had a pick. This one kind of bounced off the hands of Juwan Jennings. Brock throws it up. He didn't see Fred Warner there, getting in his face. Boom, Brock throws it up. Should have caught it, but Jennings didn't hang on to it, which is uncharacteristic for him. Regular game, probably would have dropped it and been an incomplete pass, but bounced up in the chest and landed in the hands of George Odom. And then the last pick, Diamondo Lenore. Woo! Purdy throws it, boom, late pass. Diamondo Lenore comes up, snags that shit, pick six. And today he said he wants to get a pick six this season. So, woo! I'll tell you what, man. Diamondo Lenore. So I'll tell you what, Diamondo Lenore every year has steadily improved. Every year he steadily improved. You gotta love it, and that's the thing. The thing is, people see, oh, there's interceptions, there's picks, Brock, this, that, three picks, 4 picks, whatever. You gotta also understand the defense is so good. It's competition. That's what is happening. These two teams are battling on both sides of the ball. You want your defense to look good. You want your offense to look good. And there was points where the offense was dominating. Let's talk about the touchdown pass to Debo Samuel. Deep pass, Isaac Yiadom. Debo lines up on the outside. I remember this play. I looked at my boy. I was like, oh, you see Debo on Yadam? I think he's going to cook him. I remember saying it. And then, boom, break off the line, and he just took off. And I'm like, Debo. We're sitting there. I'm anticipating. Brock pumps. He goes, pumps, defense bites, and you just see him, whoop, 60 yards downfield. Debo, beautiful play. beautiful play. The pass to CMC, I mean, it was electric, right? So the good plays, definitely amazing, right? But then the bad plays, yeah, they suck. You don't want to see Brock throw those picks. But this is practice, this training camp. This is where you're supposed to make mistakes. This is where Brock's trying some new things here. And the defense is good, man. Jair Brown, good player. Diamond Lenore, good player. You know, George Odom, pretty good player. So the Niners, whoa, they were like leading interceptions last year. Weren't they like among the top in interceptions? So yeah, Brock Purdy threw 4 picks today. Probably the best defensive, turnover team in the league over the last couple of years. They had a lot of interceptions last year. So I expect Brock Purdy to throw some picks. So it's part of it. It's part of the practice. But people get hell bent. Not you guys, not me, not some of us, but a lot of these content creators, as we know, if you're on Twitter, you got Lombardi and Grant Cohn, they fighting, and you got Lombardi, he's writing this like prologue, and then Grant Cohn comes over top, only threw 4 picks and 5 passes, which he did. But there's context, and not only that, it's practice. We talking about practice, not the game, not the game. We talking about practice. So, some people make a big thing out of this. I don't care, man. When it's the season, talk to me about it then. If Brock Purdy's sucking in the season, then we got something to talk about. But it's training camp. This is where you're supposed to make mistakes. It is what it is. Both sides of the ball really showed something today, and that's what you want. Competition brings out, the best in these players, and that's what we saw today. It was amazing. It was immaculate. It was a great practice, and it was a long practice. I'm sure the defense, maybe they got tired at first, and they got that second win. Maybe the offense got tired down the second half. These two teams were battling on each side of the ball. So good reps both sides. Um, a lot of young players trying to make a name for themselves on both sides of the ball. So my man Robin in the Bay says, just don't throw any against the Jets. Absolutely. Don't throw any in the Bay. Don't throw against the Jets. My man Flood says, didn't Jimmy throw 5 interceptions in a row? I remember that one. It was bad. My man all day, every day, Kim says, I'm a 49ers fan. They're not going back to the Super Bowl. I'm going to tell you this right away. Now you can buck it. They're not. I hope you're wrong. You could be right. You absolutely could be right. Who knows? It's not easy to get back to the Super Bowl all day. So we'll see, man. I really hope that you're absolutely wrong. But I mean, I'm not going to say it's a horrible take because it is so hard to get to the Super Bowl, my boy. So we'll see. My man Tej Beats, what's up? Yeah, listen, I don't want to talk about Super Bowl. That's a terrible, terrible topic. But hey, you never know. Is what it is. The team is great. We're a squad full of dogs, right? So is what it is. I want to say there's a guy that really made an impressive catch today. Ricky Pearsall. This was his first day in team drills. Yesterday he didn't do team drills. Today he did team drills. Today he did not do one-on-ones. Maybe tomorrow he gets one-on-ones, right? Kyle's trying to be very safe this year with these guys that have injuries. He had a hamstring issue, right? So yesterday, first day in pads, he did individual drills. He didn't do team drills. Today, pads, individual drills, team drills, no one-on-ones. I'm guessing tomorrow he goes pads, individual drills, team drills, one-on-one. I can almost book it. So we'll see how he does. But he had this like behind the shoulder. He had to adjust. He had to like turn his body, corkscrew, turn behind the shoulder, caught the ball in traffic in the middle. It was a Brandon Allen pass. Nice, nice, nice catch. I loved it. He had another contested pass early. He failed to catch it because it kind of sailed over him, but he made the adjustment and it was nice. So Ricky Pearsall, man, he's kind of like a Ferrari. Just gotta get him tuned up. Love him. He looks good. Um, he's fun. He's fast. He's quick. He can make catches over the middle. I think the Niners are gonna use him. Little contested catch over the middle guy. They're gonna use him a lot over the middle. Yak, like Debo, right? Slant and go. I think they're gonna do that a lot with Ricky Pearsall. This guy can do it and he's made some really impressive moments so far in 2 days. So, did Ricky go with the first team offense? He wasn't with the first team offense. I think I saw him mainly with the second and third team. But it's his first day in team drills. Kyle Shanahan's taking it really easy with him. He doesn't want to, wear him out. But great catch, fantastic catch. It was a beautiful play. Again, he got it was over the middle. Again, it was a little behind him from Brandon Allen, as you'd expect, but he adjusted. It was such a nice adjustment. I was like, man, and he got hit too. I think it was like Eric Harris. Give him a little thump after the catch, and he held on to it. So I'll tell you what, Eric Harris, I love this guy. I said this yesterday. Nice veteran. I just think he's a nice guy, good veteran. He seems really like a really good pro. I hope we keep him around on the practice squad. I just really like when I see him out there. You could just see he's like a real, true deal football player, man. And I could say he's always interacting with the kids, with the fans, and he's just a good, hard nosed guy. Practices hard, and he brings it on the field. When he's out there, he tries his best. So I like that guy. But he gave Ricky a little pop. Ricky held on. I was like, okay, Ricky, okay, my boy. So another rookie. Let's talk about this guy. This is everybody's talking about this guy today. Tariq Owens. Oh, Terrell Owens' son, Tariq Owens. Oh my God, boy had a catch. Y'all saw the tweets. I pray that they show this highlight because I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Brandon Allen dots him up, throws a deep pass down the sideline. I'm seeing this guy. I'm seeing 84. I was like, Owens, is that Owens? Right in his hands, and he just books it for the touchdown. Oh, it was beautiful, and he made a lot of other nice little plays today. He was looking good on one-on-ones, but that touchdown pass was beautiful. Tariq Owens, man, I hope he makes the practice squad. I don't think he's going to make the final roster just because the wide receiver group is so good. I mean, you got BA, you got Debo, Debo, you got Jawan Jennings, right? You got Ricky Pearsall. It's just going to be tough to make this roster overall as a wide receiver. So, Tariq Owens, though, man, really showed me something. Please keep this man on the practice squad. Let him stay. We need it for the culture, but it was a hell of a day for him. I love that. I love that. My man Tej Beat says Owens definitely making it. I think he'll make it to the practice squad. I don't think he makes the 53-man roster because it's a tough position battle for wide receiver. But boy, oh boy, Tariq Owens, man, T.O.'s baby boy, looking good out there today. Oh, it was nice, man. Cut Gray, Bell, sign Owens. Let's do it, Tej. Dad, let's throw Danny Gray and Ronnie Bell to the practice squad. Throw them out and keep T.O. T.O. Jr., baby. What was your favorite play of training camp? It was the Debo play. I swear, bro. And that play was so beautiful. It was just like, because this is the thing that everybody hates on Brock Purdy. He can't throw the deep ball. He's a dink and dunker. He's a game manager. Well, I'll tell you what, game managed that pass was so beautiful. Oh my God, he just dime. And the best part of that play was how Debo Cook got him off the line because people say Debo can't run routes. He's not a deep threat. This, that, the other. They say what they want to say, but he cooked him, ate him up, and the pump that Brock he did. Ah, it was a nice play. It was a nice play. Beautiful play, man. The interception by Diablo Lenore, so good. That guy's good. Guy is great. The other play was the Christian McCaffrey touchdown. That was nice too, though. My man Throwback. What's up, 49ers Throwback? He says Dominic Pooney might not give the starting right guard back to Spencer Burford. Might not, which is good. You want your rookie. You want this guy to be a dog. You want to have good depth. If Burford's our backup, that's a great thing to be because he's a really good lineman, but he's just inconsistent sometimes, and he gets a little. You want a good if you have a good rotation between Burford and Pooney, I will not be mad at it. And if Pooney can become a starter, that is a fantastic draft pick. This is why we drafted him. He could be a starter along the line. So I would hope that Pooney becomes a starter. He looked good today. So yeah, absolutely beautiful play, showcased by Pooney. So Jake Moody made all his kicks, baby. Made all his kicks today. What's up, Jimmy? But it is training camp. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. You can't ice the kicker really. So made all his field goals. He had a 55-yarder. So this is good. Jake Moody looking good at training camp. So who's playing alongside Fred at linebacker? It's a great question. Devondre Campbell's been linebacker 2, but linebacker 3's kind of been a mix-up. They had D. Winters there sometimes. Curtis Robinson, who got fucking dogged today on one-on-ones. I'm sorry. A couple other guys. Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, he's there too. They love DFF. DFF is like Fred Warner's boy. They train together in off-season. He's making the roster no matter what. But yeah, and then you got who else you got? Jalen Graham, the rookie from last year, also D Winters. There's a lot of linebackers there. Tatum Bethune, but right now the linebacker 2 is Devondre Campbell. He had some nice little reps on the one-on-ones. Malik Mustafa had a fantastic rep against Braden Willis. on the one-on-ones. Malik Mustafa's he's so good. Ronaldo Green did not play today. He had a day off. I don't know why, but he had one day off. So Malik Mustafa was pretty good on his one-on-ones. I like what I've seen out of Mustafa so far. Jair Brown also like what I've seen out of him this year. Those two guys are so yoked. So good stuff from them. Good stuff from them. What else? Um, let's see. Ambry Thomas. That's another note. Ambry Thomas had an interception on Josh Dobbs today. I needed that from Ambry because he hasn't really stood out until today. He had a nice little interception. That's his best moment of camp so far. So my man Throwbacks is not going to complain. It was good camp offense and defense. Both had good days. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have good days, bad days. This is what it's all about. Training, practice, get better so you can beat everybody else down the season. Don't sign BA if they want to sign Lenore, Banks, Ward, Greenlaw, Huff, Williams. That's the problem, man. Money, you can't sign everybody. Next year, they're going to lose a lot of players. And that's the bottom line. It's unfortunate, but that's the business. You're going to lose some players next year, and it is what it is. So Cam Latu had a nice little play in one-on-one. You know what? He's really stepped. I got to say this. It's not like he's great. It's not like he's amazing, but he has really stepped up. He's trying his best. He's giving maximum effort. Eric Sauber, he's probably going to be tight end too. He looks like the best out of all the guys behind George Kittle. Mason P-Line, I like what I've seen out of him. Maybe he's a practice squad guy. Logan Thomas, kind of but he's a good veteran. Maybe he's just not a practice guy. I don't know. But yeah, the tight end position, nobody's really standing out yet. Still, like they'll have their moments. Braden Willis is giving a lot of effort, just not making enough plays here and there. But he's really trying his ass off. But Cam Latu has had some pretty good moments these last couple of days. So we'll see. I do like that they have a lot of tight ends, so the battle's just going to keep rolling. It's going to be, training camp's going to be a battle as it has been preseason. You really got to see who's going to come out on top. I can't tell you right now who's going to be on the depth chart tight end wise because nobody has really stood out 100%, and it's going to take some time for that battle to draw. That's going to go all the way till preseason games. I really feel so. Nobody's really taken it and made it their own. But I like what I've seen out of Mason P-Line, the undrafted guy. I think Furman Paladins. He'll probably be practice squad though. So my man Darren says Jarrett Kingston went to my high school with my youngest son. We got a lot of people up here in Redding, Anderson, California, rooting for him. That's good to hear, man. I know he went to USC, and a lot of people want to see him succeed on the Niners. I hope he does good. He's definitely still learning and developing, but I hope he turns into a good, solid pro for the 49ers. So that's pretty cool to see, my man Darren, that Jared Kingston went to your son's high school. So pretty dope, man. We'll root for the guy. I like right now if I had to debate decide between the two rookies so far, Dominic Pooney looks like the better guy, but he was drafted higher, so I mean you would expect it, but we'll see how it goes. I like Kingston. He showed his demeanor today. He wasn't taking crap from T.Y. McGill, so that's the guy that was in the fight with T.Y. McGill and didn't back down. So my man says Colton McKivitz did fare well against Nick Bosa. Bosa not good for him. Oh yeah, Bosa was a little frustrated today on one-on-ones. He didn't get the better of Jalen Moore and Colton McKivitz. There was a point where he lost the reps. He lost the battles. And I was telling Rohan, I mean, he's just doing it on purpose. Maybe Bosa's losing on purpose to give these guys a little motivation, little confidence booster. But yeah, you could tell he was like, he was pissed. But hey, you know what? In training camp, Colton McKivitz, good for you. You took Bosa out on a rep. But you know what? Regular season comes, I think Bosa can dominate all these people. It is what again. This is also like we're sitting here, we're talking about it. We love to talk about it. We love to recap. This is great. All this is fun information. But Nick Bosa losing a one-on-one to me means as much as Brock Purdy throwing one of these interceptions in training camp. Again, it's practice. This is what they go through. They got to work out the kinks, iron everything out, and they'll get better because of these issues. So I'm not worried about it. Nick Bosa is freaking Nick Bosa. Colton McKivitz is Colton McKivitz. So good for him. Put that feather in his hat. Call him Yankee Doodle Dandy that he won the rep against Nick Bosa. So good for him. That's the best moment he's had in a long time. Good for him. My man Rob in the Bay says, "Was there a fight today?" Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. Jarrett Kingston, your boy, and T.Y. McGill. They got into a little scrum. I wouldn't say it's like a crazy fight. Oh my god! But it was a little scuffle. So Leon, my man Leon Sandcastle says, "I love O linemen that talk trash, get that defense angry, make them make mistakes." I do too. I like players that just talk trash. They get in the head of their opponents, make them unfocused, and then they make mistakes. Debo Samuel does that. Juwan Jennings does that. So I love to see that kind of stuff. I love that too. I love that, Leon. And that's the Niners. They got a lot of dogs. You know, George Kittle be yapping on the sideline. He's professional at Japanese. You got Debo. He be talking. Juwan Jennings be flapping the gums. I'm sure Trent Williams is giving him something. You know, he's talking trash. Nick Bosa likes to talk trash. So that's what we like. We like to see these players talk trash, man. So, but that was pretty much it. Again, training camp, long practice today. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood and great practice. Again, defense had their moments towards the second half. Offense had their moments in the first half. Defense really took off though in that second half. Brock Purdy again, bad pick, bad pick. He kind of overthrew some plays. Fred Warner, Diamond Lenore, those two guys are playing at high intensity and opportunistic defense. So you gotta love it. O line played a lot better today than they did yesterday. Running backs all look good. Schrader working hard. J.P. Mason, the guy's a dog, ripped off a 70-yard touchdown. Elijah Mitchell looked good today. He's getting a lot of work out of the backfield as a receiver, just like Mason did the other day. Kyle's really trying to see who's his running back too. Mason Mitchell, both those guys running so hard. Nice little catch, adjusted catch from Ricky P. Debo, deep pass, highlight of the day. Christian McCaffrey, deep play, second highlight of the day. Overall, great day. One-on-ones were back. Fucking fantastic. I loved it. It was fun times. Cody Schrader keeps standing out. Kyle Juszczyk gave him a shout out. That's it. And that's pretty much it for today. No BA, no Trent Williams. We need them both. Let's talk about this. DJ Moore got paid. This is the last thing we'll talk about today. DJ Moore got paid. All right, we all saw that. He got. Let's pull up the details. Why are we talking about DJ Moore, Raj? It has to deal with Brandon Ayuk. Whew. Okay, so wide receivers got paid this offseason. You got Justin Jefferson, 4 years, 140 million. DJ Moore today got paid 4 years, 110 million. Could that set the market for Brandon Ayuk? Is that his number? I don't know. Maybe the number went down today. Amon Ra, 4 years, 120. Jalen Waddle, 3 years, 84.75. Nico Collins, 3 years, 72.75. AJ Brown, 3 years, 92 mil. Devonta Smith, 3 years, 75 mil. Michael Pittman, 3 years, 70 mil. Jerry Jeudy, 3 years, 52.5 mil. Still potentially to come. CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, Tyreek Hill. A lot of receivers getting paid bags. DJ Moore, so his agreement was 4 years, $110 million, which has $82.6 million guaranteed. What does that mean? Is Debo, is Brandon Ayuk in that realm? Is that in his realm? What are we going to do? How much are we going to pay Brandon Ayuk? This kind of sets the table. Like, DJ Moore is a great receiver. He's been doing it for a long time. I feel like this is the market now. Close for Brandon Ayuk, but Brandon Ayuk wants that 30. He wants to be closer to Amon Ra. So that probably still they're probably still far off on negotiations after today. So we'll see. I mean, DJ Moore, if you break that down, 110 over 4 years, that's $25 million a year. Brandon Ayuk wants $30 million. So that's not close to what BA wants if they're going to go closer to DJ Moore. But the Niners can say, hey, look, DJ Moore, 25 mil, take 26, take it or leave it, BA. And then we're back to the same place where BA's like, oh, I want more. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's all speculation. I hope they get it figured out soon, though. I don't know. A couple other things. Oh, yeah, top 100, right? NFL top 100. Brock Purdy, his debut in the top 100. He got, so number 28 for Brock Purdy. Purdy got, he's the number 28th player in the NFL for his debut. Not bad for Mr. Irrelevant. I think that's a good debut in the NFL top 100. That's pretty good. And then Debo Samuel, ranked number 30. Wow, he got higher ranked than Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk was 66. Debo Samuel is number 30. Maybe the 49ers put in a call. Maybe the 49ers put in a call to the NFL. Yo, NFL Network, can you please make Debo Samuel higher on NFL top 100 than Brandon Ayuk? Why? We don't want to fucking pay that man $30 million. If we can tell him his own teammates higher than him, on the NFL Top 100 as voted by the players, then we can justify paying him $25 million. And Debo's getting paid 23. So can you please do that? Can you please do that for us? Maybe the Niners called in. Maybe they called him in. I don't know. Maybe they did that. Maybe they did that, right? I don't know. But who else was on the top 100? Nick Bosa. Nicholas John Bosa was ranked 27. A little down for him. A little down for him. We knew he was like, what, top 5 a couple years ago? Top 3? I don't know. Top 10? 27. Oh, he was number 4 in 2023. So I'm looking at it right now. 2023, he was number 4. He went down to 27. It was a down year for my man, Nicholas John. It's unfortunate for him. He was a great player. He did start a little last season, but 27 is still pretty good. 27 is still a damn good ranking. But at the end of the day, he did kind of have a slow start last year. So unfortunate for him. That's it. And also, Christian McCaffrey joins the 99 club on Madden football. I mean, I know people don't care about Madden, but that's pretty cool. It's been a great year for Christian McCaffrey. Cover athlete for Madden. 99 on Madden now, number 99. It's the second time in his career. This is the first time a 49ers running back has ever had a 99 in Madden. The first time ever. He's the guy, man. Offensive player of the year. I'm married to Olivia Culpo. Cover athlete for Madden. The guy's amazing. What can CMC not do? This guy is so... I love Christian McCaffrey, man. Fucking love him, man. So good for him. 99 in Madden. Number 1 in our hearts. So that's it for today. You guys have a good rest of your day. Appreciate y'all. Basically a Hall of Famer, says 49ers throwback. Absolutely. Where's Wisnowski's rank? He'll probably be number 1. No, he probably won't make it to the top 100. But in any case, y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all for the support. We'll be back at training camp tomorrow. I hope everybody appreciates all the content we're putting out there. It's been fun. It's been great. It's been good times. But I do also work another job on top of it. So it's been busy. But I appreciate everybody supporting the Twitter, the YouTube, the Instagram, all the platforms. I appreciate you guys. So thank you for all the support. And we'll do it again tomorrow. You guys have a good one. Love you. Take care. Good night.